So to be able to take that kind of pain and rage and all those emotions that Eric kind of represents from being black and brown here in America, I was able to kind of put that, into a character and put it on screen. So that's something that I didn't take lightly, and I didn't have a process. I'm not like one of these, some people are methods or people are this or that. I just did whatever I felt I needed to do or whatever I felt was right in the moment every step of the way. So it was no real plan. I didn't have an escape plan either. So like every day was just going into this place, and I just tried to stay there as long as I could. And then when it was all over, I think just being in that kind of that mind state, that real unapologetic, just real like, whatever all the time, kind of kept it caught up with me, and like I got a little depressed. It was tough for me for a minute,
Really?
Just readjusting to being around the people that care about me, getting that love that I shut out for a long time. Like I shut out love. I didn't want love and affection. I wanted to be in this lonely place as long as I could in order to kind of capture the essence of what Eric, Stevens was, what Killmonger was. So when we wrapped the film, I'm like, in my mind, it's like, okay, cool, go back to, regular life, get back to LA and be cool. But it was a little tough for me at first. Your mind is so powerful. Your mind will get your body past a threshold that it would have given up on way before. Like there were moments where physically I probably shouldn't have continued, but my mind was like, no, we're almost to the finish line. You got to get past that. You got to get past that line. But as soon as I got past that line, my body said, okay, we can shut down now. And then it would shut down after that. So I think honestly, therapy, just talking to somebody was something that really helped me out a lot. And as a man, I think, we get a lot of slack for it of, I don't even talk to nobody, you know what I'm saying? That whole, what it is to be a man, being masculine, that doesn't, I don't really subscribe to that, because I feel like everybody needs to unpack and talk.
I kind of spoke into existence actually, because I was coming off a Chronicle, and I talked with my agent at the time. I told him, I said, look, I just want to do an independent film. I want to just find something for me to show I can go. You know what I mean? I can go with the best of them. Because in my head, you gotta have a confidence that that you can. I was 25. I was ready to you start to smell yourself. I'm working out a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to kind of get in my big boy pants and show that I can try to carry a film. And actors, like I said, we go on this journey from role to role and trying to find these moments where you can make something out of it and make it memorable and make it something that's going to get you your next job. And when the script kind of came along, it was perfect. What I wanted to do in my life and my career at the time, and what Ryan wanted to do in his life and in his career at the time, just kind of seemed to mesh and kind of fall into place.
Trick yourself into believing you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like you almost have to having faith in yourself and having hope, having faith, that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing is one thing, but you got to believe that this is your destiny and this is what you're supposed to be doing in life, if you really want it, and yeah, that's what I had to do. I always enjoy reverse engineering things. I always like seeing something like, all right, I know where I want to go. How do I get there? What's the creative? It was fun for me to find ways to get the things that I wanted.
Yeah, my thing is doing the homework. That's always been my thing. If I work harder than anybody else, I might not be the most talented guy, but I feel if I work harder than anybody else, they can't, they can't take that away from me. That's one thing I can control. I left it all in the room. I'm walking out, hands clean. And just move on to the next thing. It's the only way I can kind of disconnect myself from the audition, from the role, and just forget about it and move on. I don't mind going to hunt for my food. And I know there was one point in time where I really hated it, and then I started to become more confident, and I guess the small successes built up your confidence. And now then you don't really mind going to auditions anymore. It's just like, I'll go in and read. I think I always want to constantly evolve. I always want to constantly grow. I never want to get to a point where I feel like I got it figured out. I always want to kind of push myself to be better, and do greater things, no matter what it is. I want to be the best. I'm a competitor. I like to compete. Growing up with, with the name Micheal Jordan, I've always had a certain pressure on myself, and always having to kind of prove people wrong. And I just kind of put an instant chip on my shoulder of wanting to be great, and do great things.